Hey, this is Spidey Fan 2. I've got some questions to answer. So this is going to be like a questionnaire type video. So I'm going to answer some questions from a person named Frisk Undertale 2015. So they have quite a bit of questions that they wanted me to answer. So I'm going to go ahead and answer those questions. So from Frisk Undertale 2015, do you not have any Frisk stuff like shirts, plushies, figures, anything? Yes, I have. I have a shirt that I put in the Undertale video that had Frisk with Papyrus and Sans in it. I recently actually got some plushies from the convention that I went to. So let me show you just a quick look. I have they're kind of like the Tsum Tsum type plushies. So I got all of these at the convention. So we have Asgore, Toriel, Asriel, Kara, Undyne, Alphys, Mettaton, Sans, Papyrus, and Frisk. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot of Frisk. I want to collect the whole entire collection of the little figures from Fangamer because I have just Sans because this is all I have. I want to get Papyrus, but I do want to get the whole collections later on. But they're $15 a piece, so they're really hard to get. Especially some of these guys are out of stock pretty quick on certain characters. I know Sans has been going out of stock quite a bit. I don't know about Papyrus. I think he has too. I know Flowey has been. But later on, I plan on getting some of the other characters. But for now, I just have Sans as one of these guys. But there is something coming soon from it's kind of like an action figure, and it comes with a stand. I forget what they're called, but it's going to be on pre-order soon, and I plan on buying them. They made a Papyrus and a Sans, and then they're going to make an Undyne. So those will be coming to me whenever whenever the pre-order comes out. I'm going to pre-order them because you know me, I need Sans and Papyrus. Definitely Sans though, because he's my boy. Um, but yeah, basically that's the only thing I have so far that's brand new of Undertale. But I am getting some more Undertale stuff in the mail coming soon. I have a body pillow that I'm ordering of Classic Sans. It is actually that right there. But it's going to be in body pillow form because that's just the banner. But I am getting the body pillow of this with the sleeping side on the other side. So that's coming in the mail along with some stickers that I got. So my favorite Sans is well. Uh, with that, it says, "P.S. What is your 5 favorite Undertale characters?" Um, I will mention the Sans is later, but for Undertale, Sans, you gotta know that Sans is number 1, Papyrus is number 2. Um, I'd say, that's a tricky one. What would Gaster? I'd say, I guess, would be my 3rd because I like Gaster. I love skeletons so much, so those 3 are going to be my top 3. 4th, possibly Undyne. Um, and then 5th, probably Toriel. Because I love Goat Mom. Goat Mom is special to us, you know. She's so sweet to us. Um, like I'm in between with Toriel and Metaton because I do like Metaton a lot. Um, and Metaton is transgender too. So if you didn't know that, yeah, Metaton is transgender because Metaton, before he was a robot, he was a female ghost, and he wanted to become a male robot. So, um, so it's FTM, like me. But yeah, those are my five favorite Undertale characters. Now, for the Sans alternate universe, which is the AUs of Sans, uh, um, I would say Underfell. He is my quote unquote daddy, I should say, not the kink type, like somewhat the kink type thing. Because I like, uh, the daddy role play stuff type thing, like the dominant BDSM, I guess you'd say, but nothing sexual because I'm asexual. So I just like the pulling around on the chain like he has and stuff with Papyrus, like his boss and everything. Um, Another one is Outer Tail. I love my starry boy. I have an body pillow of Outer Tail. I think I showed you guys that in the other video. Horror is my favorite. Horror Tail. I have body pillows of him. I love my horror baby. I love Dance Tail. He's my favorite. He's my baby too. And BB is like a little brother to me. So I love BB. BB is Underswap Sands, which is uh, Blueberry, but I call him BB. Um, and I think, like, I like Dust a lot too, but Horror is my number one scary, the villain squad, you know. He is my number one horror uh genre. So that's more or less the my favorites of Sans. Okay, next question. In your depression and struggling slash face reveal, you mentioned the IMVU plush skits. Do I think you can do any more of those? Um, the IMVU stuff, that was basically like a role play that I did on IMVU, which is a video game. It's not really a video game. It's a virtual reality like Second Life or VR, kind of like that. But you don't have like 3D stuff walking around. You're all like on your 3D glasses. the you know what I mean. Um, but yeah, it's way different. I did a lot of like typing role play. I did. Now skits. It's been a very long time since I've done any skits lately. Um, with me getting older and stuff, uh, I don't really have a whole lot of time anymore. Um, like, and I have no idea what to make like for you know uh like skit wise. Like I'm not good at making up things like I used to when I was younger. Uh like I could do like um comic dubs with my stuffed animals, but that's about it. I have literally no ideas anymore in my head anymore. It's just ever since I'm about to be 30 in April and I'm getting old. So it's just like I have no idea what to make anymore. I've lost my imagination. So if you have any ideas that you want me to do, go right on ahead. You can text me what you want me to make. But if you want like skit type things, it's probably going to have to be comic dubs. I'll just put the credits down in the description, letting you know where I got the video from. I don't take all of that credit. It's all towards the comic dubs that I will do with my stuffed animals, but that's probably about it. That's probably all you're probably going to see. Um, next, I guess, question is I have some questions for you. Number one, do you know what Undertale Last Breath is? I'm going to stick with this one first. Yes, I do. I actually wanted to make Last Breath on IMVU, some of the outfits, because I love the freaking meme. It's everywhere. I recommend it on my YouTube videos with the whole uh, remember, son, dying is gay. And it's like, yes, father. And then he does the little thing. Yeah, I see that everywhere. It's like constantly, always in my recommended, and I love it because lots of people make little animations of it, and it just makes me laugh. But yes, I know everything about The Last Breath. It's a fucking awesome. Sorry, my language, but my channel's not meant for kids. um, but yes, I know the whole, I guess you say, uh whatchamacallit, assimilation or something, um for like Sans, because someone made a fan game of The Last Breath. I've seen someone, do the game. I've seen like, gameplay and everything. It's pretty cool, but my favorite is the whole memes with um dying is gay and all that shit. Second question. How and what was the origin story on how you came up with your character, Sans Ben Pride? Okay, so this is the big thing. Yeah, everyone doesn't know a whole lot about my OC. My OC, there, here, I have a quick picture of what he looks like. This is Sans Ben Pride. Okay? I have lots and lots of commissions of my OC with Sans. Now, I will tell you his whole story. Now, how it started, I was on IMVU. Everyone was making Sans outfits, and I wanted to look different. So I put on a black beanie on my Sand skull. It was just a normal classic Sand skull. I put a beanie on it, and then I started making him dress fancy. So he would have suits, tuxedos, purple plaid. No, not purple plaid. It was blue plaid and some jeans and some sneakers. Um, and then he would wear a collar around his neck, and I would just name it as my type of classic Sans. He was just different, and he was really tall. And then eventually, later on, I started making his storyline, which I will get to. And eventually, I just started to like give him purple magic, and he started, I started imagining more and more what he would look like in an Undertale universe. Now, and then eventually I gave him hair. It was purple. His eyes were purple. He had like purple ecto skin, because he would summon muscles. Like he's pretty strong. Like he's not buff, but he's in a, a good range where he's got that fit looking body. Like he's got the abs, and he's got nice good biceps, good legs, really, like skinny and tall and all that. It's more or less something that I imagined that I wished I was in real life, because I was on medication for a long time when I was little, about in my teen years, because I had ulcerative colitis, and it basically took away all of my puberty. So I was supposed to be as tall as my dad. My dad is 6'3", and I'm 5'3". It shortened my growth. You can tell I was supposed to be tall because I have long limbs. I was really long when I came out of my mom. Uh, but yeah, so I basically just made myself tall in that universe. Now, the whole storyline from how my Sans Ben Pride came to life. So, the storyline starts as he used to be human, which is basically me. I am Sans Ben Pride, but I'm Sans Ben Caldwell in real life. And then I died somehow. I don't remember, like, it's just, I died. And then, I don't know what kind of accident, like, like some situation or something. And then as I died, my heart flipped upside down, and then my soul started going into a multi-universe where it was kind of like a human type world in a way. It's kind of like Earth. It's pretty much like Earth, but in this timeline, all the monsters and humans were living up on the surface. But there was a big war going on with a demon god. So this giant demon god, he's all red. He's like a skeleton, sort of, but more demon-like. So he had like features of a skeleton and a demon. And he sent down all his demons down into the world, destroying the whole planet because this demon god eats planets and solar systems and galaxies. So he would come down, try to cause chaos into the world. And as my soul entered into that universe, I went into a baby skeleton form, which became Sans Ben Pride because the family was a Pride family. The family's names, the father is Onyx. He is like a gaster. He is a doctor slash scientist, and he makes bombs with poison. The whole family has poison magic. So everything is like when they're magic, all their bones is made out of poison. So like if you looked inside the bone, you could see it's like you can see it see through, and you can see the bubbles inside the bones with needles coming out of the bones. So all of them have that type of magic. The mother was named Crystal. She was pretty tall. She looked like a Sans, but her face, like only her face, but everything else, she was tall, skinny, beautiful. She didn't have hair. She had a whole bunch of scars all over her head from the war. So she broke her skull many, many times. But she had purple armor, and she went into the military with the humans to fight off the demons. And of course, the world was going to get blown up with a nuke from the military to see if they could destroy all the monsters. And Crystal knew she wasn't going to make it because they're going to send off a nuke. So Onyx, with Sans's brother, Patton, which is like a papyrus, he basically, he doesn't have hair. Yes, he does have hair. It's more or less blue with a hint of purple, but it's mostly blue. He's got blue eyes, with an outline of purple around the rim of the blue, and he dresses kind of like a skateboard type of, guy. He's likes to wear like plaid and baseball cap around his head, and he has a skateboard and Vans and all that stuff. But as Sans Ben Pride got born, Patton had to grab Sans with Patton, taking them down into a bunker to stay safe. And as the world got nuked, all humans and monsters died, and the only ones left was Patton, Onyx, and Sans. Later on, they, survived, and Onyx made a time machine where he could go into some kind of like a multi-universe, but a better Earth. So they went into another Earth, and then as they went in, they, Sans, grew up with Patton and Onyx for quite a while. And as he got older, things got a little bit, different. All of a sudden, a portal popped up into Sans's house. They just had a normal house back at the time. And classic Sans and classic Papyrus came into the portal because all of these universes that I'm going to mention, basically all of the multi-universes of Sans, are being destroyed by this demon god. He is finding ways how to destroy all these universes. So all the universes start coming into these portals, kind of like, for example, like Spider-Man No Way Home, like the little portal. They start popping in and out, like just keep coming into Sans' world, and they just find out, hey, where are we? And then Sans had to explain what's going on, and they had to tell him what was going on with their universe. So Sans basically let all of them come live with him. And Sans is actually a chef. He's a chef, and he also goes in the military to help out with certain things, because with his powers, they're pretty powerful. Sans's powers, Sans Ben Pride, his magic, he has poison magic, but he also has the magic of the Avatar. Because when he was a baby, the demon god sent a curse onto Sans, unto Sans. And that curse gave him the ability to become half demon. So if he got pissed or something happened, that demon would come out. And it was like he would start, looking all red and all that. And some of that magic is built in from the demon god, which he has the power of all the elements. So it went into Sans, and he was able to get all these freaking, abilities and stuff. So he has the power of water, earth, fire, and air, and electricity. And along with that, with the demon god being so large, Sans is able to become Omega and Ultra and Beast Sans. So he is extremely big. He can get up to the demon god himself, that size. But of course, it takes up so much energy. But he only uses it if, the battle starts to become worse and worse. And he's been through so many battles. But anyways, later on, classic Sans actually starts to fall in love with Sans, my OC. And they, eventually go on dates and all that, and then they get married. And then Fell is my Sans is Polly. So he kind of is in a relationship with his husband, classic Sans, along with his daddy, Fell. And then, of course, Horror and Outertail and Dance are along with the Polly too, because Sans, is Polly and he loves everyone. But he's very, very precious to his husband, which is classic Sans. So yeah, that's the moral story of my OC. So that's pretty long. But yes, I have tons of commissions of my OC. I have one there. I have some on my computer that I have to print out. Um, I have my plush over there that I put in the video. Coda. My kitty is being silly. Um, and then of course I have my OC on IMVU as well. So the next question is, you said you have personality called Bubba. Who is a 2-year-old and you have a Woody doll called Bubba? So who's a 2-year-old? Okay, so a lot of people don't understand some of my disabilities. Some of my disabilities is DID. Now, I have not been diagnosed, um, I should say professionally. I self-diagnose me because I know I have these features because I've had it since I was, I think, 6 or 7. It was around when I was like, I think in first grade, I think, and I was in Belgium. My first personality that came out was Shar. He is part shark, well, I should say part megalodon, T-Rex, Utah raptor, fire, and sea dragon. Now, he's not like a normal personality. Like, he is a protector, yes. But I also think he's a guardian because he's not like a normal personality. And of course, if I didn't mention, DID is multi-personality disorder. Um, and I've had freaking people bully me on freaking TikTok saying, "Oh, I don't have personality disorder." I'm like, "Yes, I do." There are one of the question that I'm going to respond is, yes, there are littles that have there are people that have personalities that are littles. And it says in research, if you look it up, there is people with littles in there with personalities and stuff. But yes, Shar is my first alter that I first had when I was 6 or 7 years old. I knew I had someone in my head that talked to me. And the first time I remembered, the first time he came out, I came out of the bathrooms. And like I said, I was living in Belgium, which is in Europe. 2 chicks saw me come out of the bathroom and started laughing at me because I was an American and they were French. And they probably laughed at me because I was an American and stuff. So all of a sudden, a giant growl came out of my mouth. I have a video of my growl video, which was a long time ago. That was actually Shar coming out. That was not me. That was Shar coming out, trying to show you what he sounded like. He growled at the 2 girls, and the girls screamed and ran away, and I was like, wow, who was that? And then Shard said, hey, I'm here if you need me or anything. And my entire life when I was in school, he was there for me, for my bullies. Like, sure, it was very difficult because some of the kids still bullied me, but I would start, like, it wasn't me, it was Shar. But he started drawing gruesome pictures of a giant shark eating people, and it was basically my bullies. And I had counseling saying, "Are you okay? You're drawing some gruesome pictures here." And I'm like, "Yeah, that wasn't me. That was Shar." um, um, Sorry about that. But yeah, that's my first personality. He's the protector. He's also a sea witch, and he also is a cyber gothic punk uh, beast. So he hates humans. So When he's out, he wishes that he could kill them. He wishes he could eat them. And I tell him no because you want me to go to jail? And I think it's disgusting. So I have to tell him no. So I give him meat. So I eat a lot of meat due to Char. My next personality, as I'm trying to answer this question right here, the 2-year-old. Now, when I was in 10th grade, it was either 10th or 11th when I got my first Woody doll that I called Bubba because my next personality came out and I started to go into that Woody doll. Like, I thought, it was just, oh, I'm just, making up a Woody that will just have a baby personality. No, it actually started becoming into myself. Started noticing, no, it's actually another personality. Um, so, yes, I do call my other Woody Bubba because it's just how it is. It's just I know it's a personality of my head, but ever since I named him Bubba when I was in 11th grade when I first got him, I keep it that way. I don't change it to just excuse me, Woody, because Woody is the pull string one that I have. Bubba doesn't have a pull string. He's just a Woody doll with no pull string. Um but yes, Bubba is another personality. He is a little um Bubba usually comes out when there's a trigger. And that is usually if I get excited about something or if he sees something that he really likes, he'll come out. Sometimes he'll pop out of nowhere. And his biggest thing is chocolate. He likes cookies. He likes his milk. He likes his juice. So I have sippy cups inside my cupboard when he comes out. I have a pacifier, which is right here. He loves his Toy Story. That's one of the biggest things that Bubba loves. He loves his Toy Story. This is his pacifier. So it has Woody on it. It's an adult pacifier. It was custom made. But it's only when triggered. He'll come out whenever. Because he's one of my biggest personalities that comes out sometimes. But I try not to show it off. It was kind of bad that he, uploaded a video on TikTok. But, I guess he saw other people with personality disorder that were littles and thought, oh, maybe I should do it too. So he was in a onesie outfit with his binky in his mouth and he had his Woody doll in his hand and saying hi to the camera. And then he got bullied saying, oh, that's a 30-year-old man doing this and that. And like he should be doing that. And I'm like, you need to understand that there are people that had problems in their childhood. And that's why they become littles, because they didn't have a good childhood. So they want to relive that life. And there's nothing wrong with being a little. They're not doing anything. There's no harm in it. So just leave them alone, So I just don't understand people. People just piss me off when they bully people just because they act childish. Like it's some people think it's a kink. Not all of it is a kink. Sometimes Bubba is asexual. He is a 2-year-old. So if he came out and some guy wanted to, sexually do something, I feel like that's pedophile because he's only 2 years old when he pops out. He doesn't like bad words, he loves his plushies. I have a lot of plushies and he likes me to buy some. I have Squishmallows that everyone's going crazy on. I have 3 Squishmallows already. I have a dragon and I have 2 kitties over there. And that is because Bubba wants plushies. Along with my other personality, which is Shy Shy. Now, Shy Shy is another personality. They are non-binary. They do not go as he or she. Now, Shy Shy started off as what I used to be, which was my dead name. They were shy. Let's just say if you've never seen My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic, the one that everyone knows about, like Twilight, Fluttershy, Applejack, Rainbow Dash, and Pinkie Pie, and all that. Shy Shy is basically Fluttershy. They are very shy. They stutter a lot whenever they're out, and they like very cute stuff. They like pink. Um, they are kind of like a Nico. Um, no, that's another thing. Bubba is actually, if he came out in real life, he is part skeleton and part kitty. So that's another thing I forgot to say. But Shy Shy is a Nico. So they are human, but they have cat ears and a cat tail. That's it. But yeah, Shy Shy is very shy. They love cute things. They love Japanese type things. So they like to cook and they like to watch Japanese cooking videos on YouTube. They watch Creamy Heroes or Kitty Source or Claire Cat Love, which is one of my freaking favorite cat Korean videos that I like watching of her and her 10 cats. But yeah, they like to watch that. These things right here that I bought at Hot Topic are Bubba's and Shy Shy's. So they're little kitty ears. This is Bubba's because they didn't have any green. He likes green, but they're purple and I like purple. So I told Bubba he can have this one. And of course, this is pink. This is for Shy Shy. But yeah, I have to get a cat tail. I have to get cat tails and paws for them both whenever I have the money again. Um, but yeah, Shy Shy, they don't come out that often. They only come out once in a while, because they're very shy. So they only come out if they feel like it. If like, I start cooking, automatically they'll come out and they want to start cooking. If I start looking at videos and I start seeing some recommended videos that look cute, they'll pop out a little bit and want to start watching them. But that's more or less about it. And that's basically all my personalities. Those are all the personalities that I have. I only have 4. I have me, I have Shar, Bubba, and Shy Shy. So those are my 4 personalities that I have. So that's basically the last bit of questions from Frisk Undertale 2015. I know someone was, I forget who it was, but someone was asking me what kind of Nintendo stuff I had. I can show you a brief glimpse of what Nintendo stuff I have, which is these. I love Animal Crossing a lot. I grew up with Animal Crossing, and I grew up with Mario and Luigi, so I have Mario and Luigi. Of course, I have dinosaurs because I love dinosaurs and my Spider-Man. And of course, you saw my Spider-Man shirt. Yeah. um, and actually, my latest plushie that I got is a creeper. I've been playing Minecraft lately, so finally got into Minecraft. And I don't know if you guys saw my Huggy Wuggy. Here's my Huggy Wuggy. There we go. I'm excited for Chapter 2. Can't wait for that to come out. But yeah, if I have anything else that, well, yeah, that's right. I have a new Woody doll too. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh, Woody!" But yeah, that's the newest Woody doll that came out. But I have tons of Undertale. I mean, yeah, I have tons of Undertale, but I have a lot of Toy Story. But all of that is at my parents' house. So for all the people that keep asking for, a Toy Story update, I can't really do that because all of that is at my parents' house, and I do not have a big house. Like, all this is all I have. I don't have an extra room to set up a Toy Story room. Until I have enough money to get an apartment with a one bedroom apartment, then I might be able to do that. But at the time, right now, I just have a studio apartment and I don't have a whole lot of room for a Toy Story room. So I have to wait until I get another freaking apartment with a one bedroom apartment. But anyways, I guess that will be it for you guys. So thanks for watching. And if you have any more questions, just feel free to comment in the video. And I'll see you guys next time. See you later, guys.